All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here today on this very, very early Thursday morning. It is Thursday, June 20th, 2024. If you're here live, if you're watching this on the replay, whenever that may be, if you've been a part of my community, excuse me a second, been a part of my community for a while, you're going to know the backstory, and you're going to be able to understand a lot more clearly regarding some things that have been going on that may be confusing you. So this is more of a community news type of stream. If you're brand new here, you can try to figure it out or come back another time. This is more so catered to my audience that's been around for a while and knows the backstory of things I've been dealing with out here on YouTube for the last 6 years, and they continue to transpire with through multiple people. And I'm not here to play the role of the victim. I'll share more about that in just a little bit. But before we get to all of that, as always, as usual, first of all, let me make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. Let me check out the back end of YouTube and make sure it's rolling well. And it looks like it is. And let me also make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out, and it looks like it has. And let me do a sound check. Be able to understand a lot more clearly regarding some things that have been going on that may be confusing you. So this is more of a community news type of stream. If you're brand new here, you can try. All right, everything seems to be rolling smoothly. Yeah, all of a sudden 15 people are here. You've all been waiting for this one, right? You all knew what was going to happen. You all knew I was going to talk about this at some point. I was actually debating on whether I wanted to talk about it or not, but I decided to talk about it because I've been tackling things head on. Lately, for the last several months, I've been tackling things head on. I got tired of ignoring things, and that did nothing. When you have a lot of people coming at you on this platform in, very, very vile ways, ignoring it makes matters worse, because if so many people are talking about you in a vile way, people tend to think that, well, if so many people are doing it and saying it, it must be true. And no, a lot of the stuff these people are saying and doing is not true. And it all boils down to these people being incentivized in some way, shape, or form. And I don't really want to say, a lot about the incentive, the monetary incentive, but that's what it all boils down to. It boils down to monetary incentive and selling their souls to the devil for a payday. That's all it boils down to. I could sum it up right now to that and call it a day, and there you go. But I want to share the details. Now, let's get to the topic of this show here, okay? And I know a lot of people are going to be viewing this. There will probably be many simulcasts. I don't care. I'm not going to focus on that. I'm not going to focus on the numbers at all. I'm not going to focus on how many people are here. I'm not going to focus on who's rebroadcasting. I don't care. I just want to get my message out. Okay? I want to get my message out and then move on to bigger and better things. So let's get to the topic. The topic is Tiff. You crossed the line, so now the gloves are off. One more time. Tiff. You crossed the line, so now the gloves are off. That's a figure of speech, of course. That's a figure of speech, of course. I'm not here to physically fight anyone. But if anyone comes out here and says, "Ooh, Eli's making threats here," nope, that's a figure of speech. Look it up on Google. Google search, the gloves are off. It's a figure of speech. Now, I put a comment in the chat before I went live, and this is what that comment states. There are two ways I can go about this. Which one will I pick? The mature approach or no holds barred. Now, if I were to poll the chat here on which way they wanted me to go, I could almost bet everything I own that they would say, give it to her good, no holds barred, right? Because a lot of people just want the drama. A lot of people just want the drama. They want to see people just smashed and, attacked and hated upon and whatever, right? But that's not what I'm here to do. I've never been here to smash people or attack people. All I've ever done in response to the people that have come at me over the last 6 years is defend myself. All I've ever done is defend myself. Okay? A lot of people have said, oh, Eli, you're a drama channel, and without this drama, you have nothing. You have no content. How many times have I heard that? I've got plenty of content. It's just my regular content is not suitable for the current audience that follows me, with the exception of the people that truly support Don and I here. And we want to thank those people. There are a good amount of people here now that truly support Don and I, right? But the majority of the people that view my streams or the content I do by myself or with Don are drama people, right? So, of course, you folks are going to say, that's all you got, Eli. You got, just drama content, and you keep talking about us because that's all that gets you traction. If you go back to doing your Reddit postings or talking about your regular coaching content, you're going to, lose 2/3 of your views, and probably. But I really wish you folks would just go away and let me do my regular stuff. And I would continue to build with a regular, normal audience that actually likes my regular content. That is the truth of the matter right there. Okay? That's the truth of the matter. I don't really want to talk about these things. I don't really want to make streams where I feel the need to defend myself against the dumb things that many people continue to do to myself and Don on YouTube as part of their fake instigated store-bought drama. That's what this all boils down to. And that includes you, Tiff. That includes you. And let me make this very clear before we get into it. I hope I can get through this in about an hour and a half, but it's probably going to be about a 2-hour show, and I'll take a break or two in between. Okay? Let me make this very clear, Tiff. I've heard most of your streams that you've done lately. I've heard everything you've said. Okay? And you said that, I have no shame. There's nothing you can do to shame me. People have already done that. I have no shame in this and that. That's fine. I never planned on shaming you, period. I don't shame people. I'm not here to shame you. I'm here to defend myself against what you're doing that's affecting my channel out here. It's affecting what I want to create. That's all. All I'm doing is defending myself against what you're doing, whether you're getting paid to do it or not. I think you are getting paid because, and we'll talk more about that in a bit, but if you're not getting paid to do all the things you've been doing lately, then I got to say, why the hell are you doing it? What are you getting out of it, right? You're putting in so much time and effort into this, and you're going to say, oh, I'm not putting in that much effort. I have things to do with my family. No, you put in a lot of effort into it, and now you want to go as far and do a show or maybe multiple shows with JB Gunner, right? Which is one of the main reasons why I feel you crossed the line. You crossed the line not when you associated with JB Gunner. I don't like JB Gunner. I never will. I want nothing to do with him ever again. But just because I don't like someone doesn't mean that you don't have to like them. You can like whoever you want. If you want to be best buds with JB Gunner, that's on you. But where you crossed the line, Tiff, was when you tried to manipulate me and force me to create content with JB Gunner after I continuously told you I'm not interested. You kept pushing the envelope. You tried to hard sell me. You disrespected my wishes. You kept on pushing, which led me and leads me still to believe that there's some incentive that you're getting either from Silicone or from JB Gunner or from both or from somewhere else. There's some incentive. Because if there wasn't, then why in the world would you continue to try to push me to make content with JB Gunner when I told you no many times? Now, you're not pushing it anymore at this point, but when we were still talking weeks ago, you reached out to me privately. I told you I'm not interested. Then you set up a show to the point of where you were going to expose Silicone as the sponsor. And you used that as a way to get me on the panel so that way you can bring on JB Gunner to try to ambush me, which was a failed attempt because he came on and I said, I'll just leave. I don't care. I don't care what you guys say. I didn't sign up for this. And you didn't tell me about this. You set me up. You set me up. If you were a real friend and you really cared about myself and Don, you would have told me about that. I would have said no. And you would have never brought him on. You set me up. That's what you did. Everyone knows it. But again, I'm not here to shame you. I'm not even here to attack you. I'm not here to call you names. All I'm doing is stating the facts and defending myself and explaining to people why you did what you did and why you keep on doing what you're doing. And another thing, Tiff, here's the thing. You say that you care about Don. You say you really care about Don. That's a bunch of bullshit. It is. You know why? Because let me tell you something. Don cares about me, and Don will defend me and have my back against anyone that comes at me, even if independently you support her. So you got to understand, Tiff, that Dawn's really not that happy regarding what you're doing. She's staying out of it. But if you guys start to go at her, then she may end up getting involved. And I'm not going to stop her. I'm not going to stop her. I told Dawn I'll handle this, and she can do the members-only streams to our actual members. But look, if you guys start coming at Dawn now, then she will defend herself, and I'm not going to stop her. But again, what you don't understand, Tiff, and I think you do, but you're a very manipulative person. You are a troll, like you said, a semi-troll, light trolling, right? Whatever, right? And look, your light trolling didn't bother me. I knew you were doing that. I don't care about light trolling, light-hearted, whatever, right? I'm not dumb. I'm not as dumb as you think I am. You can light troll me all you want. I don't care. You actually brought people to my channel. And now that I'm talking about you, those people are going to be over here watching this. And yes, I am talking about you and using your name for content because you've been doing that to me. All's fair in love and war. What's the problem with that? But what you don't understand, Tiff, I think you do, you're just playing it off. When you come at me, Tiff, you're also coming at Dawn, even if you say you support Dawn, independent of me. Because my woman loves me and I love her. And when somebody comes at me, it's the same thing as coming at her. When somebody comes at her, they're also coming at me. We're a couple. We're a team. We're a couple. We're a team. We're business partners. We're soulmates. We're the yin to each other's yang. And if that sounds cringy to you, I don't give a fuck if it does. I don't. Dawn is my teammate. I'm her teammate. Dawn and I play on the same team. When you're in a relationship, you're on the same team. And another thing, you have issues when people talk about your relationship, whether your partner's online or not. But you feel you have the right to talk about other people's relationships, including mine. But when we talk about yours, you want to silence us, right? We'll get more into that later on in the show. There's a reason why you don't want us talking about your relationship. There's a reason. There's a reason why. And I didn't really want to go there, and I still don't want to go there, but you keep pushing the boundaries. You're trying to make me look bad. And you're forcing me to defend myself. You're forcing me to defend myself. And I'm going to. And I will also defend Dawn and both of our honor. I'm not here to shame you. I'm not here to attack you. I'm not even really here to criticize you. I'm here to call you out for exactly what you do out here. And the truth of the matter is, and I hate to admit this, but right is right and wrong is wrong. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I want to make this very clear. I am not affiliated with the Legion, Jamie, anyone on his end. I'm no longer affiliated at all with Tiffany. I never really was. We were all independent. I'm not affiliated with JD Gunner. I'm not getting paid or anything. But like they like to say over on the Legion side, even a broken clock is right twice daily, right? Even a broken clock is right twice daily. And when it comes to the Legion regarding what they've said about you, they're absolutely right. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm not fond of what the Legion does, even to you. But you're not helping your cause with the things you keep doing, with the games you keep playing. You think you're fooling people and you're not. You may be fooling some people, but you're not fooling me, Tiff. I'm not as dumb as you think I am. And as much as I'm not fond of what Jamie's done to me in the past, he's not a dumb dude. He understands this at the same level I do. When it comes to you, he knows spot on exactly what your mission is out here on YouTube. Okay? I didn't want to believe it. I went to bat for you against the Legion. I went to bat for you. And the way that you handled things are more so proving that the Legion was right about you all along. And again, I hate to admit that because I'm not fond of almost everything the Legion does. But again, like I said, even a broken clock is right twice daily, right? In this case, they're right. You proved them right with your actions. You proved them right with what you've done. And if I had to guess why you're doing all of this, why you flipped on a dime, it's for money. You flipped on a dime for money. And here's the thing. I don't know 100% what happened in the past. These people accuse you of things I'm not going to accuse you of. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just comparing the situations to what's happening to me right now. Because these people in the past have accused you of faking cancer and running donation funds or GoFundMe's and stuff like that. Like, you've done fundraising for stuff like that in the past. I never saw the fundraisers, but you've been accused of that. And again, I don't have the proof. I haven't seen it. But based on what you're doing to me right now, you sold out to Silicone, JB, or both. One or the other or both. You sold out for a payday to flip the script and come at me. That's what I think is happening. And if that's not the case, then what the hell are you wasting your time for? Right? When you compare what's happening right now to what you've been accused of in the past, it seems like you've done some things on the internet to try to make money that are not the most ethical ways. That's my opinion. I'm not attacking you. I'm just stating my opinion on that. I'm not even stating that as a fact. I'm stating my opinion on that. Now, another thing, and during the second part of the show, I'm going to get into what happened today. Right now, I'm just kind of sharing everything in a nutshell here, okay? I'm going to get into some videos you shared, some postings I made, some postings you made. I'm not going to show shit on the screen. I'm just going to read stuff because I don't take chances with copyright and stuff like that. I don't. I'm not going to play that game with you or anyone. I'm going to protect my channel, but I'm still going to get my message out, okay? But this is what I don't understand, right? Again, you talk about my relationship, which you can. Don and I are public figures, right? Now, you don't like it when people talk about your man because you say he's not a public figure. He's not even on YouTube. I understand that, but we know of him. And here's the thing: if I know of someone's significant other, and they're coming out here, like in your case, I know your man. You introduced me to him. We had a great conversation. If you're going to come out here and talk about Don and I have a legitimate, valid reason to talk about you and your relationship in comparison to what you're saying about mine or us, I'm going to do it. And if you don't like it, then don't talk about me in the first place. If you don't want me to respond, or like you guys like to say, clap back, then don't start it. Because you started this. You started it, and I'm going to finish it. You started it. You started it. Now, here's the thing. You connected me with your man. I said it before, I'll say it again. I had a great conversation with him, and I respect the guy tremendously. And there are things we talked about in that conversation I will never share publicly. But all I shared was that he inspired me, and ever since I talked with him, I started turning things around out here on YouTube. And I have him to thank for that. That's my opinion. If I want to pat the man on the back, whether he's on YouTube or not, I'm going to do that. Okay? I haven't said anything negative about him at all, period. I've been nothing but respectful, and I've been praising your man. But I praise your man, and it triggers you that I praise your man. It triggers you that I praise your man. And then you try to flip it and say, oh, Eli's going real life and he's talking about my relationship and he's affecting my relationship. How am I affecting your relationship when I've said nothing but good things about him? And all I've said is that the guy really cares about you. What is wrong with that? Because here's the thing. I don't want to go here, but I have to. You forced my hand, Tiff. You forced my fucking hand. Okay? Unless you don't really care about the guy, and you're trying to get by until you figure out something else, then I can understand why you don't want us talking about him. And I didn't want to go there, and I'm sure other people have gone there. I did not want to go there. You pushed me there. You pushed me there. You pushed this so far that now I got to defend myself. I don't understand. If you are in this relationship, you really care about him. You're in a great relationship. Let's assume that. I don't know how things are. I hope they're good. Okay? You got a very successful man that wants to take care of you, that wants to just be there for you. He loves you to death. He loves you. This guy loves you. He will do anything for you. He would bail you out in every way, right? That's what I do for Dawn because I love her. I give Dawn the world. She lives here with me, and I help her throughout anything and everything because I love her. But if she ever disrespected me legitimately, she'd be out the door. You guys sometimes think that Dawn is disrespecting me. Dawn has never truly disrespected me. She's gone through a lot of things, and I understand what she's going through. Dawn is the most loyal woman in the world. She's been nothing but good to me. Now, does she have her moments? Yeah. Do I have mine? Yeah. Do I say or do things sometimes that I deserve to be called out by her? Yes, but I also call her out too. That's a natural, normal part of any relationship, right? But Dawn respects what I do for her, and that's why I keep doing it. And because right now, we don't know what's going to happen with her seizures, if we can't figure out her seizures, she might have to go on permanent disability. Until that point, I'm trying to take care of Dawn financially and all of that, and I'm doing that because I love her. I love her. And she deserves it, and she's earned it. In essence, this dude is trying to do the same thing for you. And the bottom line is, instead of you letting him do that and living a happy life with him, you come out here on YouTube and basically sell out to make extra money that you really, I understand you probably want your own money, and that's not a problem there, right? But why would you have to do this? Why would you have to do this dumb, underhanded stuff on YouTube to make money when you've got a man that's willing to help you, figure out to make money a better way? Because that's why I think you're doing what you're doing to me right now. I think you sold out for a payday to Silicone or to JB Gunner or to both. What they want is for me to get back into bed with JB Gunner, which I never will. I should have never done it in the first place 5 years ago. Because that's probably what Silicone wants. And you were the one that got paid initially. I'm assuming you got paid by Silicone, and you were incentivized with a big bonus if you could convince me to do the King of the Cuck Part 2 or the King of the Cuck 2 show with JB Gunner. I said no so many times, and you kept on pushing it. Why did you keep pushing it? You kept pushing it because you were incentivized to push it. There's no other logical explanation for it. None. Again, let me make it clear. I'm not here to attack you. I'm not here to shame you. I'm here to defend myself and state the facts. And also state that I think that you sold out to fake instigated store-bought drama. And if that's the case, so be it. But here's the thing, if that's the case, you can't admit that, because if you admit you're doing fake instigated drama, you're going to stop getting paid. They're not going to pay you anymore. And no one's going to watch you because they're going to know it's all fake. Right now, a lot of people think your fake instigated stuff is real. But it's not. It's not. The majority of stuff that you're doing, at least when it comes to me, is store-bought and paid for. We are at 29 minutes. You are a very smart person, Tiff. You're very smart, but you're also very, very manipulative. You're also very conniving. You are a world-class manipulator. You're good. You're very good. But let me tell you something, Tiff. I've encountered women as manipulative as you in my younger days, and I got burned so many times that I figured out the game that some women play to get what they want. And now as I've gotten older, when I identify that shit, I call it out and stop it dead in its tracks. And that's what you don't like about me. You're going to call me dumb. You're going to call me ignorant. You're going to call me little man. You call me little man, right? Like, how mature is that, Tiff? You're a grown-ass, 43, 44-year-old woman, and you're calling a 50-year-old grown-ass man that just wants to help people on the internet. You're calling me little man because either you're getting paid to do it or you're triggered that I'm calling out your game that you're playing out here. Like, how mature is that? You want to call me little man all you want, okay? I'm 5'10", about 175. And let me tell you, it's none of your business, but what I got going on down there below is only Dawn's business. And she's been around almost 3 years. So if that was a problem, then you know what would happen. Hey, Flint, how you doing? Welcome to the show. But I think you're trying to call me little man, not for my private part, but because you think I'm some scrawny dude. Like, I'm an average dude. I never said I was a big dude. Like, your dude's a big dude. Cool, right? I'm an average sized dude. I'm not the smallest dude. I'm not the biggest dude. But the fact that you want to attack me at that level states that you really have nothing legitimate to attack me on. So you got to use ad hominem attacks. Everything that you've said about me lately, since you got involved with the silicone character, has been one big ad hominem attack. And let me tell you something, Tiff. I discredit anything that people say to me that's considered an ad hominem attack. Because that's when somebody attacks someone that has nothing to do with the point at hand. Okay? You're attacking the person, not the point at hand. Because I'll tell you this, Tiff, if you and I had a real debate without ad hominem attacks, I would destroy you in that debate. No doubt about it. And I'm not sitting here trying to flex my muscles. I'm not here trying to say I'm any better than you. I think you're a very smart person. I just think what you've been doing most of your life is using your manipulative tactics to get what you want. And you try to use your manipulative tactics to get what you want from me so you can further get what you want, which is probably a bonus from silicone if you had successfully been able to get me to do the King and the Cuck 2 show with Gunner, right? But you failed because I'm not hard sold. I'm the last guy anyone's going to hard sell on anything. You failed. No, Wickedly, I already knew that. Wickedly, there's a woman at delay between what I say and what goes out. I already knew Tiffany was a great manipulator. I didn't think she was going to do that to me. But when she started doing it to me, that's when I called her out. I'm not a dumb shit, Wickedly. She's a world-class master manipulator, and she's been using these very, very deep psychological manipulative tactics to get what she wants. Now, I can't really blame you for that, Tiff, because you mentioned things about your past and your mother. You've gone public on that. I feel for you on that, okay? I feel for you on that. That probably stems back to your childhood trauma, whatever. Like Dawn has the same thing. She's got trauma stemming back to her childhood, mother, and other stuff, right? So I can't blame you for that. But at what point are you going to let all that shit go and go straight and go straight, right? At what point are you going to put yourself out there and not have to severely manipulate people to get your way? That's a pretty shitty way to live life, Tiff. Hey, Eli and chat. Good morning. Good morning, Lucy. Welcome. Well, I wasn't even going to look, but I can't even believe there are 80 people here right now. 80 in the box. She does it to everyone who comes into her world. Right. Because she feels she can't get what she wants legitimately. Right, Wickedly? So the reason why she does it, and you want to call me a fake life coach? I'm life coaching your ass right now, whether you like it or not. And I know you're going to say, oh, it's unsolicited advice. Well, you started it, so I'm going to finish it. Right now, I'm just calling it for what it is. Why don't you start doing things legitimately instead of having to play people to get what you want from them? Jason says, to be fair, many CCs on YouTube are good manipulators. Many content creators, of course they are. And you know what? If they want to create that type of content, leave me out of it. My only vested interest in talking about any of these people is the fact that they keep on stealing my content. They keep on rebroadcasting my live streams. They keep on stealing my images of my dogs and resharing them on their community postings on a re-upload. They keep stealing my stuff. Wicked Lee says, exactly. Yeah. No, I got it. Listen, yeah, Wicked Lee, listen, respectfully speaking, I'm not as dumb as people think I am. But I play dumb initially, which allows people to show their cards. You see, if I led Tiff to believe that I'm as smart as her at least, right? Or even smarter, right? I'm not trying to flex my muscles, Tiff. I'm just saying, if I led you to believe that you couldn't fool me, you wouldn't try to fool me. So what I do with people, Wicked Lee, is I play dumb. I play dumb and, I pretend like I don't understand, right? But the truth of the matter is, I'm just, sitting back and forcing them to show me their cards. And Tiffany showed me her cards. I stood back and I watched Tiffany show me her cards. And now it's gotten to the point of where enough is enough. Okay? So now we're going to call her out. And then we're going to move on because there's really nowhere left to go with this. There's really nowhere left to go with this at all. At Jason, I think you were agreeing that many content creators on YouTube are good manipulators. Yeah, they want to clickbait you and they want to get your clicks. My thumbnail was not clickbait. She did cross the line, so now the gloves are off. It's a figure of speech. There's no clickbait here. It's the truth. It's a great, great topic. It's going to get a lot of people to view this here live and on the replay. We'll get 1,000 views on this at your expense, Tiff. But what have you gotten at my expense? What have you taken from me? You will never admit it, but I'm sure you're being compensated for this. Now, I don't know that for a fact, so I can say it is my strong opinion, very strong opinion, that you're getting paid for this. I never thought you were. No, I know, Wicked Lee. I know that. I'm not questioning you, and I respect what you're saying. I respect what you're saying. Of course she's watching this. She watches everything. It's going to trigger her, but I'm not trying to trigger you, Tiff. All I'm saying is you can just decide one day to wake up and say, I'm no longer going to use deep manipulative tactics to get what I want. I'm going to start to earn everything legitimately in this world. And I'm not even blaming you for doing things in the ways you did them in the past. I know it's because of trauma. From her closet. Well, she jokes about that too. Again, folks, there's a 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out. You know what's funny, Wicked Lee, and everyone else? It's not even funny. Tiffany has the best man she will ever get. This dude is an all-American man. He's got good money. He's a great dude. He's very smart. I mean, he's got lots of great friends. Like just talking with him one time. Like, wow. I mean, what a stellar dude this guy is. And you know what? I'll just say this. I don't care. Gloves are off. I think you're taking it for granted, Tiff. And that's why you don't want us talking about this because look, you know how I know that? In my past relationship with Dana, I took her for granted and I paid the price and she left me. Now, it led me to Dawn and I'm happy. Everything happens for a purpose, for a reason. But when you take people for granted, it comes back to bite you in the ass hard. It does, right? You've got everything that most women would dream of having, and you take it for granted. And you knew when I talked about this regarding the conversation I had with your man many weeks ago, or a month ago, or 3 weeks ago, or whenever it happened, you knew that's where I was going with it. You knew you were trying to prevent me from saying back then what I'm saying now, right? Because you know, for some reason, you're taking the guy for granted. What that reason is, I'm not going to go there. I have an idea, but I'm not going to say it because I think people can put two and two together. Okay? Now, you got choices, Tiff. You got choices to make. You got choices to make. You're either happy in your relationship or you're not. You got to make choices. You don't stay in relationships because you have no other options. That's all I'm saying. And I think that's bothering you. I think you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Now, no one's trying to get you evicted. No one's trying to get you thrown out. But the reason why you're there is because you're in a relationship. And if you're not treating it like a relationship, then what the hell do you expect people to say? And how the hell can I expect, or how the hell can you expect me to take any advice from you on relationships or talk about mine when I think yours is not in the position where you'd want it to be or where it should be? Wickedly, a lot of us have the power to manipulate, but just because you possess that power doesn't mean you use it. Well, I mean, wickedly, no disrespect intended. And I know people hate when I say that phrase, no disrespect intended. But women have the power of the P. You know what the P is? You know what the P is, right? Okay? It's kind of cringy I say that. The P-U-S-S-Y, right? Women have the power of the P-U-S-S-Y, right? Now, you ladies are smart too, don't get me wrong. But most men nowadays are beta, right? And all you ladies have to do is look all cute and shit, and you can manipulate them with your looks alone. But you're also smart as well, right? But a good woman is not going to be that way. A scorned woman or a woman that has lots of unresolved trauma is going to be that way. Well said. You are spot on, Carolyn Lynn. Yeah, and I'm a fake phony life coach that has no experience, and I can't put two and two together because I'm a big dumb shit. Thank you, Carolyn. But everyone else thinks I'm a big dumb shit, and I can't put two and two together, right? We're at 44, almost 45 minutes. I'm going to step away and take a quick break. Then I'm going to come back and share more about what happened today. I'm going to talk about the copyright issue that Tiff has been talking about. I'm going to talk about the community postings. I'm not going to share anything on the screen here. I've got more than the capabilities of doing it, but I'm not going to because I'm not going to deal with any chances of being taken down for copyright or anything. Okay? I'm just going to show my face and use my voice and use my own words, right? So I'm going to queue up some royalty-free YouTube music. How long have they been together? I think they've been together like 10 years. I wish her the best. I really, really wish her the best. I wish her and her man the best. This is all on her. It's her choice. She can have it all. It's her choice. This is her choice. She's got it all. But something is just missing. And I really don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I don't. I really don't. Let me cue up the music here real quick. Music is all queued up. I'm going to step away, take about a 6 or 7 minute break. Dawn woke up, want to say hello to her and use the restroom, get a little more coffee, and then we'll come back for round 2. Okay? And you know what? Since we said this is a what do you call it? God, I'm losing my verbiage here. Since this is since the gloves are off. There we go. Since the gloves are off. Where is I'm looking for this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is this? Give me a second, folks. Why can't I find this? Oh, there it is. There it is, my boxing match bell, right? Haven't used that one in a while. There we go, man. Oh, boy. What's missing is a heart and a conscience. Jason says, that's a long time. There must be something keeping them together. Well, I don't really want to go there. I think I know exactly what it is. And it's just, I really wish those two would figure it out because he's a really good guy. And I think Tiffany, when she's not being manipulative, I think she has a pretty big heart and soul. But typically, things are either meant to be or they're not meant to be. And like I've always said in the past, attraction is a must and not a choice. And attraction doesn't necessarily only have to do with looks. It has to do with personality type and stuff like that, right? But a lot of times what happens in these relationships, and I hate to say it's the truth, they're codependent. There could be a codependency going on where he needs something from her, she needs something from him. And, it works in that way, but it also creates a lot of other toxic issues in other ways. Anyway, so let's take that break, and we'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes. Stick around. We'll be right back. We are back live. We are back live. And we are just going to scratch it and get right back down to business. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Live here on YouTube, live on Coach Eli. 2 authentic live streams, the most positive place on the internet. We keep it positive, but we also keep it very raw and real at the same time. We respond to the craziness happening on YouTube at times, and we teach a coaching story. That's what it all boils down to. And people like to discredit my intuition and my instincts and my experiences and my coaching capabilities, and it continues to just really, really crack me up, right? But right is right and wrong is wrong. Now, before we get back to it, I want to recommend something for people to view on Netflix. If you have Netflix, put a 1 in the chat if you have Netflix. And if you don't, you should probably get Netflix. Netflix is one of the best streaming services out there. Don and I have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Max, which is formerly known as HBO Max. We have Paramount Plus. We have Peacock. And we have them all without commercials. And Amazon Prime, too, without commercials, too. And, they're pretty affordable. And I'll tell you, I mean, there's so much content at home nowadays. You don't have to go out and spend a ton of money on entertainment and stuff. But before we get to that, let me make sure that everything is still rolling smoothly. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Yeah, right. But right is right and wrong is wrong. Now, before we get back to it, I want to recommend something for people. All right, everything is rolling well. So Don and I just finished watching a 3-part documentary miniseries on Netflix called Escaping Twin Flames. And the story, ironically, the guy that runs this with his now wife, his name is Jeff and Shalia. And they've been running this for several years now. And this dude that ironically has the name of Jeff, this dude thinks like he's like the Jesus Christ of the modern world. Like this dude, he's a master manipulator. Like he runs a cult. His whole entire business is cult-like. If you've seen it, you're going to understand when I say you can compare what he does on the internet in similar ways to what some other groups do out here. I'm not going to mention those other groups, but you've seen other groups out here that create drama and stuff, and they have their members, and when their members leave, they start to attack their members. It's a similar thing when it comes to what they call Twin Flames Universe. Check it out if you haven't. I'm probably going to do a review on this at some point, or maybe even get a panel to discuss it after people have viewed it, to compare it to other groups out here on YouTube. I think that would be very interesting to compare. So, no, sir, can you see me? Can chat see me? Oh, that must be Tiff on a sock account. Let me see. Let me check out that account there. Hey, GLM, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. Oh my God. The account was started in 2016. There's no content on it. Well, we can see you. We can absolutely see you. No, sir. GLM says, I see myself. Hey, everybody. Hello, no, sir. GLM says, the gloves are off, as in you're going, no, this, you know what this is. It's a figure of speech. The gloves are off is a figure of speech, GLM, saying that I'm not going to hold back anymore, because, she hasn't held back, and other people that she's associating herself with that are talking about myself and my girlfriend, Dawn, they're not holding back. So all's fair, right? Is this, furthermore, GLM says, is this one of those equal rights, equal left streams? Well, yeah, JB Gunner and some other dude by the name of Coach J used to say that, equal rights equals equal lefts, right? Yeah, I'm not into that kind of garbage. This is not about violence or anything. This is about just calling people out on their BS. That's all it is. And it's about defending myself, my girlfriend Dawn, and the honor of both of us. Good morning, Eli, and everyone, says GLM. Good morning to you, ma'am. No, sir, says, no, I'm a Dennis troll. No hate towards you, brother. No, that's all good, dude. Why are you trolling Dennis? I think Dennis is a good guy. I think Dennis just needs to realize some people. Is Dennis still doing panels with Christina? Is Christina, Real Talk Christina, still infesting and infiltrating Dennis's world? Because I'll tell you, Dennis has such great capabilities. He's got great presence. He's got a great voice. And there's so much greatness he can create. But there are other people he associates himself with that are going to slow down his progress or possibly ruin it. Hey, Lucy, how are you doing? Lucy says, morning, GLM. Good morning to you, Lucy. Wicked Lee says, I have to get ready for work. Peace out. Yeah, I missed that before I went on break. Have a great day, Wicked Lee, and thank you for stopping by. Carolyn Lynn says, have a good day, Wicked Lee. Okay. Ignore him on my cell today. No problem, Jason. It's all good. If you make a mistake, you can retract your message and rewrite it. Not a big deal. Okay, so let's get to the next part of the show here. GLM says, that's probably for the better. I feel like Tiffany could probably scrap. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't wish her any harm. I really wish that she would just tweak a few things, because she's got a better life than she thinks. She's got a great man that's willing to protect and provide for her, just like I do for Dawn. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, women can provide for themselves too. But, like, she's got what most women would dream of having, and she seems to be taking it for granted, which is just really sad. And at the same time, she has the tenacity to come at me and question my relationship and other things. I wouldn't say, Tiff, you directly question my relationship with Dawn, but you've questioned me on how I do things involving Dawn, and you like to focus and emphasize on reactions and the rolling of the eyes and stuff, right? Lucy says, I haven't seen Christina around. So did Christina back off? Oh, give me a second. I'm not going to show this on the screen, but let's go to the Real Talk Christina channel. I haven't been there in a while. She still has 1.04K subscribers, and she's got 0 content on there. That is interesting. No community tab, no nothing. It's all been hidden, but the channel's still there. Oh, man. GLM says, Christina got caught being a catfish. She was stealing those images from some lady's TikTok. If I was going to pretend to be someone, I wouldn't be someone hot. Or she probably got them from Google Images. GLM says, translation, Tiffany would whip someone's behind. Okay. No, sir, says, LMAO. I can talk about it if you all want. Of course, that circus show is wild. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm a grown-ass 50-year-old man, and, a lot of this shit's comical to me, but it's stupid at the same time, It's people coming out here on YouTube using it as an outlet, trying to seek attention, and acceptance and relevancy. And it's just really sad how hard some people try. Just be yourself, No, sir, and I don't know the situation, but you don't gotta explain anything to anybody. Yeah, okay, that's cool, dude. No, sir, says Christina was crashing out yesterday. She was told to leave the stream, and she just comes back on alt accounts and bitches a lot. Yeah, she's just miserable. She's a miserable human being. Everything I said about her in the past is true, but we don't have to rehash it. It's not a big deal. And if she comes at me again, then it's all good. Then we'll just have more content. I'll just keep on. I'm going to keep life coaching everyone out here that's acting bizarre, whether they like it or not. It's a public forum, right? As long as I abide by the terms of service, right? If they don't want me talking about them, then don't do something dumb for me to talk about. Or don't feed into me. Don't give me something to talk about, then I won't talk about you, right? Okay. So let's talk about what happened in the last 24 hours, okay? Okay, we are in sync here. So I got a bunch of screenshots. And let me get to them here, okay? So I did a late night stream last night on something not related. My stream last night was about copyright infringement versus content theft plus more fake instigated drama. And I shared with folks what the difference is between copyright infringement and content theft. There's a difference, right? I was up pretty late. I had taken a nap before I did the show. I started the show about the same time as I did this show today, about 4 a.m. Pacific, which is 7 a.m. Eastern. And then I ended up sleeping in. Dawn and I slept in till like 11 or noon because I was working overnight, so I can sleep in during the day if I want. I'm working at night. If I work at night, I can sleep during the day, right? I get up and then I notice that, Tiff had taken clips from two of my videos. And one of the videos that she clipped was from my members only content. And she did that because she was able to she got a free gifted membership because she's been a part of the channel. She wasn't even there when, I think it was Raleigh, Bayou Repair Guy, that bought the gifted memberships. Thank you, Raleigh. In the past, Patty has purchased gifted memberships. Thank you for that as well. But she got a gifted membership, and she never purchased the membership on the channel. And she mentioned on her stream yesterday that, I would never purchase a membership from Eli. Okay, well, I mean, your actions were already, saying that, right? But what really got to me is the fact that, she wanted to troll me using my members only content. That pissed me off, Tiff. It did. It pissed me off, as it would piss anyone off. And you did it because I think you're on the payroll, Tiff. I think you're being paid by Silicone or by JB Gunner or a combination of both. And if you're not getting paid, you're being enticed in some way. Sorry, you're being enticed in some way, shape, or form by JB Gunner to do it. You're doing it for some kind of, if you're not getting paid, you're doing it for some kind of validation or seeking acceptance from a guy like JB Gunner. Like, if it's not that, then you're getting paid. And if you're not getting paid, and if it's not for seeking relevancy or attention from JB Gunner, then I don't know why you're wasting your time doing this for free. It doesn't make any sense, right? So I saw those, I screenshot everything. You know, dogs hate Eli part 2, because she focused in on the dogs, you know, Don's dogs, which are now my dogs as well, making an appearance on the members only live stream, right? In addition, she did another clip from my Walking with Purpose stream where, you know, I said, you know, Donna and I almost, you know, shit in our pants. I can't remember what it was about. Oh, it was about something that Tiff said, and I can't remember what it was that she said on her stream the previous day. Yeah, she called me a troll. That's what it was. I remember now. So Tiff called me. Tiff said, you know, Eli must be trolling everyone. Eli could be trolling everyone and be the biggest troll. I could if I wanted, but Tiffany, look, this is me. My name is right there. You see that? Coach Eli, Elias Melas. People know where I live. I show my face, and, you know, I use my real name. Like, how the hell could I be trolling? I'm right here. I'm live. And I played that part of Tiff's stream for Dawn, and Dawn was laughing. We almost both shit in our pants. So, like, you got to be kidding me. This woman is calling me a troll. I'm a coach. I'm not a troll. I'm right here live in plain sight. I don't hide like most people do. And Tiff, like, I'm not trying to criticize you. I'm not trying to criticize your looks or anything like that, okay? But you hardly go on camera. I go on camera every damn day. I haven't shaved my beard in about a month. I don't like the way it looks. I think it looks crappy, but I'm still here with no shame. I don't care. So how the hell can I be a troll when I'm here in plain sight? And there's my name. Coach Eli, Elias Melas is my full legal name. Elias Dimitri Melas. I'm 50 years old. I live in Redwood City, California. You know exactly where I live. Everyone does, right? JD Gunner's been to my place. So has GLM. It's all good, GLM. And so has Twiggy. We've had 3 people from YouTube come to my place. So how the hell am I a troll? That was comical, right? So she does a play off of that. Like, what was the point of that? Like, are you trying to get attention from JB Gunner, Silicone? Or did you do it because you were bored and had nothing better to do? Give me a second here. Now, I made a community posting, which is still publicly available on my channel. I'm not going to show it on the screen, but I will read it, okay? And my community posting, I actually made the community posting on my main channel, and I shared it to Coach Eli too. And I tagged her and I said, at Tiff, you have 1 hour to remove your 3 pieces of content of mine from your channel, 2 of which are from my members only stream. Failure to do so will result in 3 copyright strikes. Okay? Well, that triggered the shit out of Tiffany. And then she does a stream and says, I messaged Eli privately. I sent Eli a text message privately asking him if I wanted to take down, if he wanted me to take down the videos and this and that, and he never got back to me. You know why I didn't get back to you, Tiff? I blocked you like 2 weeks ago. I didn't get your messages because I blocked you. I want nothing to do with you anymore. I'm done. I've moved on. I'm only talking about this right now because I'm responding to what you said and I'm defending myself. That's it, right? I blocked you. So I never got your text messages, right? No, you could have probably tried to email me. You should have figured I blocked you, right? Because after the stuff that you did, to try to get me to do a show with JB Gunner, and after you started saying some other things about me in nasty ways, I was done. I was like, that's it. I'm done. Eli should have invited you in for coffee, GLM. Well, that was back in the days when her and I weren't on good terms, but it was just stupid stuff. Like, we've worked past that. It was the other people we were associated with back then. It was because of them that pitted us against each other. But it's all done. Okay. Does this panel ever open up? Nope, I don't really run panels here because I don't want people coming on here and saying things that are getting me shut down. So I do shows on my own. When I run panels, they're controlled panels with people I trust that are not going to say shit that's going to get me shut down. No, sir. Just wondering, honestly, might be done with all this YouTube live stuff. Okay, well, that's cool. Good for you. I'm going to start creating more pre-recorded content too for the main channel, and I'll still do lives when I can. But anyway. Let me see here. Lucy says, you were right about her, Eli. Christina, I mean. Oh, yeah, no, I nailed it. And I'm not trying to say I'm all that, but people question my life coaching skills, and they question everything about me, yet I pretty much hit the nail on the head most of the time. I'm not perfect, but, I have lots of experiences and great intuition and instinct. Jason says she's a high-maintenance woman. Let's just ignore her. Well, I'll be honest with you. No disrespect intended, but I think Christina and Tiff are very high maintenance too. Yeah, I think you're high maintenance, Tiff. Because if you were low maintenance, then you wouldn't be doing any of this crazy stuff on YouTube. Anyway. Let me see here. According to Tiff, she said she sent you a text about the clips. She said she would take them down if you wanted her to. And there's a 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out. And maybe by now you've heard that I blocked her 2 weeks ago or over 2 weeks ago. So I didn't get those texts. I don't want to communicate with her privately anymore on my cell phone. I don't. So I never got them. She should have figured that out, because when I'm done with somebody, I block them completely. The only reason why I'm talking about this is because she keeps talking about me because of JB Gunner, Silicone. Maybe she's getting paid by Silicone or JB or both. There's some interest that Silicone and JB, or even just JB on his own, has with her, because they want to continue to ride my name, and I'm not letting people do that anymore. That's why I'm defending myself. Jason says she gets a lot of traffic on her streams, close to 100 sometimes. It's weird people watch her with reputation. Well, here's the thing. If Tiffany stopped, selling out for money and, stopped trolling, she has the capabilities of doing something great. I still believe that about her. I think many people believe that about her, but for some reason, she just can't stop the trolling. And yeah, I mean, she can't stop the trolling, the drama. And then the way she's made money. Now, listen, like I said earlier when I talked about it, I don't have any proof of this. This is just a strong opinion, okay? My strong opinion is that whenever she's made an okay amount of money on this platform, it's always been something underhanded. She could make money legitimately doing something legitimate, but she's just choosing not to. I don't know why. I don't know. GLM, why does she need to be on camera? We all know what she looks like. I don't care if she's on camera or not. What I'm saying is, GLM, she tried to call me a troll. And I said, how the hell am I a troll when here I am, here's my name, okay? Like, I'm not hiding in plain sight. Now, we all know who she is, but she doesn't go on camera usually. And maybe that's part of the trolling technique, or for other reasons, which I don't care to get into. Now, so that's what happened regarding that. Now, she ended up taking down, she put the videos to private. I never filed the copyright, Tiff. And you're going to file a counter notification. Tiff said, I'll just file a counter notification. I know you will, so I'm not going to file it. But it sure triggered you, Tiff. It sure triggered you, right? It got you to react, right? And I wasn't trying to get you to react or anything. I was pissed off at the fact that you uploaded clips from my members only content. They were stupid clips. And had I felt you did that on your own, then I'd be fine with it. I think you did it because you're trying to audition for JB Gunner or Silicone or both. I think you're doing it because you're trying to get in with a group you feel is going to make you some extra money right now in an easy way. That's what pissed me off. I'm being honest with you. That's the honest truth. That is my opinion, a very strong opinion. Normally, I wouldn't care. They're small clips, but you did it to show off and to try to seek acceptance and relevancy from JB Gunner and maybe Silicone. Lucy with the 1999 super chat. How about we give you a big round of applause? Wow, thank you so much, Lucy. Wow. You've been very generous. We're going to give you a heart there and a like. It won't let me like you from that screen. But from this one, it does. Yeah, there we go. Wonderful. Sandra Palacio, how are you doing? Thank you again, Lucy, for the 1999 super chat. We've got 95 in the box right now. Wow. That's just incredible. Wow, Tiff, your name is very popular around here. Yeah, Eli, you're using my name. No, I'm not using your name. I'm responding to you. You talked about me. You've been writing my name, so I'm going to respond. If you talk about me, I'm going to talk about you. Now, you can talk about me again and respond to this, but I'm done. See, Tiff, after this show here, there's nowhere left to go with this. So even if you respond to me, you're not going to get any more responses from me. So, some soccer account that just got banned by Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. I'll read their comment, though. As YT turns, a play on As the World Turns, the soap opera, right? As YT turns. That's I got to say, that's a fantastic soccer account name. Oh my God, she's not getting paid. How do you know? Do you have proof of that? I'm speculating, and I'm stating a strong opinion. Anyone can make streams on you without getting paid. It's YouTube, for fuck's sake. You pissed her off, so she responded, period. My God. I pissed her off. How did I piss her off? I was nothing but nice to her. I've said nice things about her man. I've said nice things about her. I've said nothing that would piss off any average, everyday, normal person. The truth of the matter is that she doesn't want us even talking about her man because she's trying to figure out what's really going on there herself. She feels guilty. She has a guilty conscience, and she's probably taking it for granted. That's the truth of the matter. So you know what? You're going to call me out? I'm going to call you out. You want to question me? God, are you people that dumb? Are you people that dumb? Seriously. Wow. Thank you again, Lucy, for the $19.99 super chat. Yeah, how's it going, Sandra? She says, hey, Eli. Hey, GLM. Sandra furthermore says, hey, GLM girl. That was supposed to say, send Dawn our love. Oh, thank you. Send Dawn our love. Yeah, I will. She's sleeping now. I'll let her know, Lucy. You've been very generous, and we thank you for that. Yeah, this is all going to Dawn. Like whatever YouTube money comes in, until we figure out what happens with Dawn and her seizures. Whether they write her off for disability or she's she's able to go back to work, she's released. We got to figure out what we're going to do. So thank you for that. I'm sorry. I was thinking about something else at the same time. Thank you, Lucy. Appreciate that. That's going to greatly help. No, sir. These are not average, normal people. No, they're not. They're very immature, insecure. Some are mentally and emotionally unstable. It's the same shit I've been saying for years. Sandra's, GLM says, Sandra, hey, girl. Lucy's like, no, sir. At the no, sir comment, she's crying out of laughter. That's great, Lucy. Yeah, so, hey, Toe Jam, how are you doing? Toe Jam, welcome to the show. Great to see you here. Thank you for being a $9.99 member. Appreciate that. You get live stream replays of the members only stuff as well as the live streams. So we talked about the fact that Tiffany's been blocked. That's why I didn't get those messages, right? And I didn't file copyright. And I'm not going to play the copyright game with someone that's going to play it, with counter notifications. So, if you're going to try to play me, Tiff, I'll play you better. The bottom line, Tiff, is this. You are a world-class, phenomenal manipulator. I'm going to give you that, but you can't play me. You think you can play me, but you can't. And the bottom line is I'm not challenging you. I don't want to compete with you. I'm not here to attack you. I'm not here to shame you. I'm just stating the truth, stating the facts, and defending myself and moving on. And I suggest you move on too. Okay? I suggest you move on because from this point on, I don't care how many shows you create with JV Gunner. I don't care, what you do with clips. I don't care. Whatever you do, Tiff, I'm going to ignore you. You're being put on permanent ignore. I'm done. That's it. Bottom line. There's nowhere left to go with this at all. Okay? We are at 1 hour and 33 minutes. I may take another break here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to read. I screenshot the comments from the clipped videos that Tiffany had initially on her main channel, Tiff. And then I may mention a few more things and then just call it a show. So we probably have another maybe half hour to 45 minutes when I get back. But I need to take another break because I need to get some more coffee. I need to use the restroom and let my voice rest. I've been really going very hard in the paint lately, a basketball term, right? And yeah, I'm surprised Raleigh's not here. I'm sure Raleigh may pop in or he may check out the replay. I'm sure he will. But No Sir says, I flew too close to the sun over on Dennis's stream and was blind to the fact it's just lolcow at Lucy. I wouldn't consider Dennis a lolcow. I think Dennis is younger and he's still trying to figure out, who he should work with and who he shouldn't if he wants to truly grow a real channel. I think Dennis has a lot of potential. I think Dennis has a lot of real potential. Didn't Dennis also start a Coach Dennis channel as well? GLM says, I'm glad you aren't going to talk about Tiffany anymore. Maybe we can get a dance stream going. Maybe one of these days, GLM. I've had too much going on, and we can have some fun, but I've had a lot of serious nature topics to discuss. Toe Jam, coach, would a millennium woman be better off with a Gen X man? That's a great question. Possibly. You see, here's the thing. Men are men and women are women. And some men are beta, some men are alpha in every generation. And it's not a generational thing necessarily what makes men the type of man they are, whether they're alpha or beta. It just happens to be that the millennial generation has the most amount of, beta males on the planet. So if a millennial woman can find a good, decent, non-beta millennial man, then it's no different than being with a non-beta Gen X man. Does that make sense? Anyway. Oh, one more thing real quick. So Tiff put out a posting. If anyone would like to view my now deleted Eli clips, you can do so on this channel. So she shared a link to one of her socks where she re-uploaded the clips that she removed from her main channel, Tiff. And then she goes, Eli better have his legal filings ready for YouTube when I counter. Clips are fair use, little coaching man. Well, you didn't do any commentary on them, Tiff. You put in a few words in there, but you got to talk in those videos. Like, if you want it to be totally fair use, you got to really transform the content. And you more so did it to just put the clips out there. But anyway. And then Tiff says, no one, and I mean no one, should ever extend a helping hand out to you. Oh, okay. And this was, she actually, Angela's Clips and Giggles shared, I think she shared my community posting. And she said, take that B word down, Eli. You would be a hero to some, and maybe you won't be thought of as just a douchebag. Well, people are going to think of me as a douchebag if they want, no matter what happens. And Angela says, just do it. And that's where I wrote, she put the videos to private, but I didn't delete them. I already got the links and timestamps. I'm still filing copyright. If she doesn't delete the videos, she might lose her channel over this. Well, I never filed it. And I wasn't, because she's going to file a counter notification, and there's no point. I'm not going to sue somebody over a few small clips. My interest in it was more so why she did it. If she would have done it just for herself, and not to audition for JB Gunner or Silicone or to do it on their behalf. Now she's not gonna admit that, but there's no other reason for her to do it. Like there's no other reason for her to do it. Okay, this whole thing, the reason why Tiff started coming at me is because of Silicone and JB Gunner. That's it. Let me pull the chat before I go to break here. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel Tiffany flipped on myself because of Silicone paying her money or JB Gunner paying her money or some incentive involving JB Gunner and Silicone. Tiffany flipped. Had it not been for them, she wouldn't be going through great lengths right now to do what she's doing. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that's the case. Put a 2 if you think otherwise. All right. So let me queue up some more royalty-free YouTube music, and I'm going to come back and go through the comments sections of those videos that were initially on Tiffany's main channel, because those comments are comical, and I'll respond to them. Anyway, Eli, you and GLM need a singing stream. Anyway, thanks for the thought. Let's cue up that music here. Let's cue it up. Let me see here. Where is that song I want to play? Oh, there it is. All right, just a couple more here. All right, music is all queued up. I'm going to step away for a quick break, and when we return, we're going to end the show with some responses to comments. Stick around. We'll be right back.
door, then you have magic.
All right, we are back live. Yeah. All right, we're just going to get right back to it here. Welcome back, everybody. I really need to shave my beard very soon. Oh, man, I can feel it. It feels like there's just a mountain of hair on my face. But anyway, let me read a few chat messages here. I'm going to wait a second because I want to make sure the audio is rolling well. I want to make sure that the 1 minute delay catches up. Hope you're all having a great day here today. More than likely, Don and I are going to be doing another members only live stream over the next few days, by Sunday at the latest. I think we were saying we were going to do the next one on Sunday, but we might end up doing one maybe tomorrow or Saturday night. Don has some things to do on Saturday in the morning and afternoon, so it all just depends. But another members only live stream with Don and I is coming. And the next one, we're just going to kind of make it more like a free-for-all where people can ask questions. We can talk about any topics. It's going to be more like a general topic type of forum for our members. So if you already haven't purchased at least a $4.99 channel membership to be able to access the live streams, which only will give you the live streams. If you want the replays, they're not included with the $4.99 package. You'll need to go with the $9.99 or greater package. Please get your memberships and join us. I'll have more on that coming later today. More than likely, I'll be doing a walk, and I'll share more about that and in some upcoming streams regarding the next Members Only Live between Don and I on the couch with Don and Eli coming soon once again. All right, let me just check out the stream and make sure it's still rolling well. Members Only Live stream with Don and I is coming. The next one, we're just going to kind of make it more like a free-for-all where people can ask questions and talk about any topics. It's going to be more like that. All right, let's get to it. Let's read some comments here from some of these, from the videos that Tiffany clipped. I want to respond to some of the comments there because this is just funny. I think Nina, Nina's been over on my channel as well. Some channel named Nina says, YouTube, this is the place to be. Well, that's what I said. It is the place to be. What is wrong with saying that? Sounds like a highly qualified person to give career and professional advice, considering how much he's failed miserably at his YouTube coaching career. I'm not a failure. I'm on my way to success. And that's your opinion because you're a miserable person. Mind you, how do you coach professionals if you've never been one and bash corporate jobs? I'm a licensed insurance broker here in the state of California. My licenses are still active. I'm just not actively selling. I've done I've run many networking events all over Northern California. You can check out my other channel, my Elias Melas channel at youtube.com/Elias Melas, Elias Melas. You can also check out youtube.com/at Genuine Networking Association. And I have more events there. I've done a lot of public speaking. I've helped a lot of people grow their businesses. So if you want to question my professionalism, go right ahead. If you want to continue to project your misery, that's on you, Nina. And then Tiff responds and says, it's all wrong. I'm glad you picked up on that. I was wondering if anyone would. Wow, man, the jealousy runs deep out here. Listen, I'm not trying to, harm anyone. I'm just here to help people that are open to help. If you're not open to my help, that's all good. But you folks are certainly interested in my content, and you share my content, and you talk about me. So in some secret way, you guys love me. That's all. I'm saying that with humility. GLM says, let's read this. I think Tiffany's upset with you because you were talking about her family. No, I was talking about her, and I was talking about her man in a positive way. I didn't talk about her family. And everything I said was nice. What she didn't like about it is the fact that, apparently, and this is just what I've heard, and this is just something that would make sense. Maybe she's having some issues in their relationship. And we all know, listen, I'm not even going back to the Legion days where she was with Jamie and all that. Like, I'm not going to even talk about that. I could, but I'm not going to. I'm not trying to be mean here, Tiff, but you've done some things, that, are not good. And if you've truly, worked through that and you truly have remorse for those things you did, apologize and move on and make things work. That's all. And she talks about Dawn and myself. That's my family. She talks about my family. She talks about everything about me. So if she's going to talk about me, if people are going to talk about me, then I'm going to share my thoughts about them in a respectful way. That's all. Twisted Fate says, the relationship Tiff and you had, I thought was authentic. Obviously, Tiff had other motives. I think she was bought out by Silicone and JB Gunner, or at least she's trying to get in with the good graces of JB. Maybe, JB's content resonates with her and she just likes JB not in a romantic way, but as a creator. And if she does, that's fine. But that creates a conflict of interest for me, and I'm going to pull out, which I did. I withdrew. Coach, you appear very successful. What's your greatest accomplishment in life? Wow, that's a pretty heavy question. I'm probably going to have to think about that and share that with you another time because there's a lot. There's a lot. So I'll talk about that another time. And I hope you're being legit because some people ask that question to troll. I don't think her BF is a public figure. Should he be discussed? Good question. Well, she talks about my family. She talks about other people's families. If you're going to talk about people out here on the net, you got to be open and ready for them to talk about you. That's just the way it works. I'm not saying anything bad. It's all been good stuff. Let's see here. All right. Let's continue. Nina responds to Tiff and says, At Tiff, this guy wants to give advice, often unsolicited. I can respond to videos as part of being a YouTuber. What's wrong with that? If you don't like it, change the channel. That's all. But the fact that you're commenting on me means that you're interested in what I have to say, good, bad, or indifferent. That's all. And you're making me more relevant. If you want me to be irrelevant, then don't talk about me. Move on. Talk about something else or someone else. So this guy wants to give advice, often unsolicited, on every aspect he's failed at. How do you know I failed? I've failed at a lot of things, but then I've turned them around and made them successful. Just because my channel here hasn't reached the success I wanted to reach doesn't mean it's not getting there. It's on its way right now. It's been growing a lot. So what's the problem there, Nina? The level of delusion is mind-boggling, just wild. Well, that's your opinion. Keep talking about me, Nina, and continue to make myself and Don more relevant. Then JB Gunner comes in and writes, both of them are extraordinarily slow. Well, that guy's just doing it for fake instigated drama. Because for JB, it's about, what makes dollars. If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense, right, JB? If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. And then someone else writes, when he's holding that little dog, which there's an image of Buster there, he's more interested in looking at his audience and reading his chat results than he is in relating to the puppy. It's not a puppy, it's a dog. The dog he's 6 years old, Buster. Also, the way he picks the dog up to show the audience rather than to comfort the dog is telling as well. Man, you folks would criticize someone just walking down the street, breathing air. Like, you folks are really, really dumb. Thank you, Sandra. Twisted Fates is like, I can't speak on it. I'm sorry, I can't speak on if there was money involved because I just don't know. I do know I was willing to give Tiff the benefit of the doubt. She has had a very sketchy past on YouTube, but people do change. Well, she hasn't changed. She hasn't changed. She's doing the same stuff, and that's why I withdrew. She sells out to what's going to make her money or what's going to make her more relevant with people she feels she's in alignment with. That's all. Senator Palacio says, but she asked you to stop, Eli, at that time. She wasn't talking about you. Well, all I was doing was saying, hey, I'm very grateful that I had a great conversation with her man. It was nothing but positive. I didn't say anything negative, Sandra. Sandra, I'm not going to sit here and not give someone praise that deserves praise. Like, her man is an individual outside of her. He's an individual. I had a good conversation with him. He helped me out. I wanted to praise him. He watches my shows sometimes. I wanted to praise him. That was my call, my choice. If she didn't like it, tough luck. She's the one that connected me with him. She didn't have to do that. And then this person says, I love dogs. I have close to 10. They are all small and they are all rescues, and I've had most of them for over a decade. I know how to tell when people are behaving towards animals like they are property, and that's what he's doing. Are you kidding me? Look at this projection. I love these dogs. Don and I take care of these dogs like they're our kids. So sit down, STFU, and wow. These people, wow, they're just reaching. They're just reaching for whatever reason. Maybe it's jealousy or whatever. I don't know. By the way, Tiff, I know you're a little dog. I'm sorry, your little dog is crazy. I can tell that from my knowledge. I'm not going to read her response. It's irrelevant to this. And then somebody writes, they're the kind of dog parents who give their dogs ulcers through anxiety. Like, what kind of a comment is that? Hey, Jigwork, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Go check out the replay. There's a lot of good stuff in this one. And then Tiff says, "Oh, those poor pups." See, you're trying to use me for traction, Tiff. Like, you're laughing at this. You're using my content and your comment section for traction, right? And you weren't doing this when we were on good terms. You're only doing this ever since you mentioned silicone offered you something and you claimed to have turned it down, which I believe you didn't. And ever since you started befriending JB Gunner, look, she flipped the script. The moment JB Gunner came into play and the moment that silicone came into play, she flipped the script. Come on. Can you folks not see that? And then someone I can't read that name. It's NS dash something. He does hate dogs. And as much as he walks with purpose, LOL, he never walks the dogs. That says everything. Well, we do walk the dogs different times. So you have no idea what we do in our own home and how we take care of our dogs. They're very healthy. They've got the best food. They've got the best medication, everything. These dogs are very well taken care of. So sit down and STFU. That same NS in one of the comment sections of one of the video clips. Dawn looks at Eli with the same expressions that her dogs look at him with. Okay. Well, what does that mean? People can't have expressions? God, you folks are sitting there and nitpicking the shit out of this. Like, you guys are nitpicking the shit out of this. All of a sudden, everyone is a dog whisperer. Right. You see how funny this is, Lucy? Do you see how ridiculous this is? That's why I feel it's all store-bought, fake instigated drama. Then, new account, Who Dis says, the look on the dog's face when he looked into the camera, I am dead. Okay, whatever. Tiffany says, right. JB Gunner, LOL. Eli's trying to force the dog to lick him, LOL. And JB, anything for you to gain traction. Like, all you're doing, JB, is trying to leverage Tiff's audience to bring over to your world for new donations. So pathetic, and she can't even see that. You're using her, dude. Tiff says the poor dog put his arms out to protect his personal space. Well, Bochi loves me. Bochi follows me around like all day. Like, he loves spending time with me. He loves belly rubs, etc. Kit Carson says both dogs want no part of Eli. He spent his monthly earnings. Ineffective doggy woo. Please donate $80 for Eli's doggy snake oil fund. Please do. You folks want to donate some more money so I can get the dogs more of their allergy and immune chews that have helped them out tremendously? Feel free to donate if you'd like. I mean, look at these comments here from sock accounts, right? Summer 41977 says, Bo's eyes scream help. Well, Bo loves me. I'm going to do videos on the main channel, and you'll see some great dog videos coming soon. And all these people are doing is basically advertising the future of both of our channels here for Don and I and the dogs. And then somebody named King of Chaos says, oh, Eli, you are one bad hair day away. I don't have any hair. Nice ploy there. Nice attack. It's all good. You are one bad hair day away from being featured on a Lifetime murder mystery. I think your lady friend looks as thrilled as I am sitting in the dentist chair about to get a root canal, my friend. Well, you people have no critical thinking skills. You people are very miserable people that come out here on YouTube as an outlet. You use it for entertainment purposes to mask your issues instead of identifying your issues and taking care of them. That's all this boils down to. Miss Brazy, ever since she was removed here, she's going around talking smack about me. Bochy gave Eli the double stiff arm. Stay away from me. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Amish, this dude's been trolling me for 6 years. People pay extra to watch this type of crap. Yes, there are people that support us, and they love what we do, and they're mature and down to earth and reasonable. Why my comments don't get shown when I say that man's name? Because some words are blocked here, dude. Thank you, Sandra, for saying that. Twisted Fate says, just to be clear, I am not from this community. I'm from a past community. Was a part of. We used to be friends. I'm just not ready to reveal myself. I'm not ready for the personal attacks Tiffany resorts to. Yeah, well, at this point, I don't care who attacks myself or Don. We'll just do a stream and call them out. That's all we're going to do, and teach a life coaching lesson at the same time. GLM says, I personally wouldn't put my face in other people's dogs' faces, but to each their own. Even my sweetest dog will F someone up if they are in her space. Yeah, of course. Jigwork says they have nothing real to criticize you with, so they make stuff up. It is pathetic. Thank you, Jigwork. Jigwork, are you here like on a backup account? Like, have I known you for a while, or are you just new to all of this? I mean, I'm not saying new to all of this, but are you new to myself and Don, or have you known me from the past? Because your commentary has been wonderful, and we thank you for it. They have nothing real to criticize you with, so they make stuff up. It is pathetic. It absolutely is. Yeah, this is why I'm reading this stuff. It's really, really cringy. Then Harlem Shake Eli account says Don does not hate Eli. Then the Kid Carson guy says, my shepherds would pick up his weirdness. Most dogs are like that. How dogs relate to people says a lot about them. We have fun. We play with the dogs. They know me. I know them. It's all good. You people are reaching. It's just, this is the dumbest stuff I've ever seen. Responding to Dawn does not hate Eli. Tiff says, I never said she did. I think her dogs don't like him very much. Come on, Tiff. Why are you making stuff up? You see, this is the reason why I responded to you. This is the reason why I did what I did yesterday and why I'm doing today. If you're going to play games with me, Tiff, I'm going to give it right back to you and call you out. New account who this responds at Tiff. Did they just call Dawn a dog though? Tiff says at new account with a new account who this. Oh my God, LMFAO. I missed that. And then on my Walking with Purpose stream, where she clipped the part of where I said Dawn and I almost pooped our pants when Tiff accused me of being a troll. NS says, he is unbelievably strange. Well, in your opinion, I think you're all strange. I think you all have some serious psychological issues. And you come out here on YouTube as your therapy outlet. There's Nina again. Nina says, I was laughing so hard I almost fell off my chair when I saw the title to his live stream, Seeking Contingency Attorney to Sue Rumble for Copyright Infringement. Yeah. Yes. I am seeking a contingency attorney. I am. If I can get that stopped, I will. I want to protect my content. What is wrong with that? Who is going to take him on as a client when his claim is worthless? worthless, Rumble won't respond to most DMCA takedown requests. They're required by law to do that. I'm going to expose it and find someone to take the case. Attorneys who work on contingency fees or contingency fee basis would only take on cases with massive claims, such as the real Martha who just sued Netflix for $170 million over Baby Reindeer. Well, this is going to be a $100 million plus case. You think it's going to be a cheap case? Are you kidding me? It'll be a class action lawsuit, Nina, so sit down and STFU. Yet again, he wants to give professional advice. Carry on. I'm not giving professional advice. I'm sharing what people's options are, Nina, and I'm sharing what I'm in progress of doing. So sit down and STFU. And I'm not going to read the rest. It's just stupid stuff. You get the point. So anyway, I'm going to start wrapping things up. Let me read the chat, and then we're going to go off the air. All right. Jigwork says, I don't know you from the past. Okay, cool. Well, it's great to meet you, and it's been a pleasure getting to know you. Jason says, you can criticize anybody with one interaction with their dog. I know, it's funny, Jason. Toe Jam says, dang, it is pouring here. I never knew Texas got so many thunderstorms until I moved here a couple of years ago. Yeah. It's sometimes, it can rain in the summer anywhere. But anyway, folks, I'm going to get going. I'm done with the Tiffany thing. No matter what she says or does from this point on, there's no upside to it. And, I don't need to say anything more than I said. They're supposed to be, I guess apparently they're supposed to be, let me see this real quick here. I missed one part. There's supposed to be a live stream with JB Gunner happening on Saturday, but there is no live event created yet. And I mentioned it earlier. No, actually, I didn't. Tiff posted yesterday, make sure you join JB Gunner and I this Saturday to discuss the psychology behind a dog's body language in humans. Are you kidding me? No one's going to watch that. That's not going to happen. What were Dawn's dogs silently expressing during Eli's last live stream and what it means? Tiff, wow, you've really flipped your lid there with all this fake instigated drama trolling. I'm done. I'm so done. This is dumb. GLM says, I think you have a lot of black and white thinking. A couple weeks ago, Tiffany was an angel, and now she's a demon. The reality is she is likely neither. I'm not saying any or, GLM. I'm not saying either or. That's a better way to put it. I'm not saying either or. I'm just stating my thoughts and defending myself and responding to the BS. Lucy says, GLM, but look at her behavior. She liked Eli too. Now look, because she sold out for the money. That's all it boils down to. Twisted Fate, I can't speak on your character. Don't know you enough to form an opinion on you, Eli. But I do like that you put Tiff in her place. Well, I'll put anyone in their place, and I'll use them as a coaching example. Thank you for that, Twisted Fate. Jigwork, I will go back and watch the replay. Good to see you taking the gloves off. You should do it more often. Well, if people push me to that level like Tiff did, I will. Jason says later, Jigwork, thumbs up. With that being said, folks, have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.